smartest route to $10,000 a month in 2024. And let me guess, are you waiting for me to give you some magic pill that will make you rich? Or some kind of win-win business without investments, with the help of which you will abruptly become a millionaire? And this is the root of your problems, because you want to look in all directions, except directly at yourself. So, as the title of this video suggests, I'm going to show you the smartest way to earn $10,000 a month in 2024. And I draw your attention, I didn't mention the fastest or easiest, but this is something that will definitely change your life. Well, it really should start with the name of this protocol, which many have been talking about for the last year, as the name of this is monk mode.
Monk mode videos.
Going monk mode.
Monk mode.
Using monk mode.
Monk mode is a mindset and approach to life where you commit to eliminating distractions and dedicating yourself fully to a task or project. This is the same system that thousands of people have used to turn their life around. But in this video, I'm not going to read definitions from Google to you. I want to tell you exactly how to use monk mode so that your life begins to change for the better. And firstly, you need at least 21 days to start this mode in life, and no more than 90 days to get used to do it. If you do anything less than 21 days, you're just simply not going to feel the effects. And if you try to do anything longer than 90 days, you're going to start to get serious FOMO, and you're going to start to feel like this is difficult. It will become difficult for you. You will start wanting to do it. And the fact is that monk mode is a tool that I want you to use for many years and not just try and forget. I don't want you to have all these negative associations around it. Therefore, I suggest that you start from 21 day and then focus on the results, your goals and inner feelings. My monk mode protocol consists of several component parts, but I also want to point out that flexibility is sometimes important here, and it is important that there are non-negotiable conditions. And then there are other variables that you put on top, because each person's path and what people are trying to achieve are very different. That is, first to build your non-negotiable components, and then to remain flexible and add additional elements depending on your goals. And now the first non-negotiable is at least 10 minutes a day of meditation. And let me warn you, for the first 10 days you will not notice any difference. It should take a few days for you to start feeling something. For sure, many of you care about a lot of things at the same time: work, family, hobbies, politics and other things. And your head is busy with a lot of thoughts all the time, and it interferes with your productivity. So if you start giving your thoughts at least 10 minutes a day, you will begin to become more aware of them. You will begin to notice those moments when you feel pain, when you feel doubt, when you feel insecure, and also other feelings. And instead of reaching for your phone, instead of distracting yourself with some video game or drowning out your pain with alcohol, perhaps you will find a smarter way to deal with your emotions if you clearly understand them. I'm going to tell you that meditation can be intimidating for some of you, because you'll notice your monkey brain. You'll notice your demons, but other wonderful things will happen. You will soon notice that when you go for a walk, you don't need background music. You will notice that you can just sit with a cup of tea or coffee in silence, listening to the wind blowing, and you may just be comfortable alone with yourself. Also, the effect of meditation on the body improves the functioning of the brain, affecting its neuroplasticity and contributing to the restoration of its cells. And in general, I want to convey that you are your best friend. You don't need to run away from yourself, you are on the same team. Just let me ask you a question. Where is it for now? Let me guess, it's probably right next to you, and I can guarantee you for sure that it's not on Do Not Disturb. Do you know how many times in the last 60 minutes you picked it up to check social media and then realized it halfway through, browsing TikTok, Instagram or whatever it is? But why did you feel this strange urge to just pick up your phone and get distracted? My friends, you need to get rid of these addictions that are holding you back from the person you could be. You never tried drugs, but you're just as addicted as those who use them. You have to meditate and face your demons. The next component of my monk mode is the right routine of the day. I try to start and end my day about the same time. Yes, there are exceptions. I can meet my friends and home later and all that, but when it's important for me to stay productive, I always keep a daily routine. I get up before 8 a.m. in the morning, do all my favorite rituals, have a delicious breakfast, and get to work rested and fueled. And the same in the evening, I don't sit up late with the things but try to finish everything before 10 p.m. Do all my evening rituals and go to bed before midnight. And you have no idea how stable and strong you feel when you perform similar actions every day. So I definitely recommend that you try to live in this mode for at least 3 weeks to feel the changes. And now next not negotiable is everyday exercise. Before you tell me about our training, I want to let you know that I don't mean daily workouts in the gym with large weights. It can be a walk, it can be morning exercise, swimming, yoga, anything. Just practice. A strong mind is nothing without a strong body. The two are symbiosis. They go hand in hand, and if you're not physically strong, then you will not be able to be productive. I think it's enough for most of us to train 3 to 4 times a week, in between to go for a walk, to stretching, do yoga, sitting and staying still is one of the worst ills of the modern era. We must constantly move, constantly perform various actions. We will understand perfectly well that we cannot sacrifice our health. We have to train our body in the same way as our mind. And let me tell you a beautiful thing. Once you start doing it for long enough, it seems so strange not to do it. After a while, it will become weirder and more difficult for you not to do it than to do it. And that's the real beauty of it. Difficult things only become difficult when you try to do them as habits. When it becomes a habit, it's harder not to. I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I want to stay in bed longer. Sometimes I want to scroll the feed for hours and all this sort of thing. And I can be lazy, I can be in a bad mood, and that's fine. Sometimes I fall out of my mode for a few days or even weeks, but then I remember and get my habits back. And the best thing about it is that it doesn't matter if it's 2024 or 2044, I will use my mode as a tool to achieve my goals for the rest of my life. So the next non-negotiable condition is no distracting and mind-taking things. Sometimes it's tempting, isn't it? When your things are tired, there is a temptation to just have something to drink or smoke, and it seems that all your worries, all your fears just evaporate. It's so easy to just run away to video games or TV shows, forget about your problems and just waste your time. But guys, you're running away from who you could have become. And most often people start to find excuses for this, and they say that it's only once in general they can control themselves. Can we stop lying to ourselves already and honestly admit it? Stop making excuses. Stop imposing on ourselves what is not really there. Maybe we will already take our lives into our own hands? What do you think about it? So these 4 principles may seem too simple to now and maybe even stupid, but answer now. How many of you were able to devote at least a month to these stupid things? That's where the true beauty of monk mode comes in, because that's where you start adding up your own variables. And now your own variables may depend on what you are trying to achieve right now. For someone it may be social skills, for someone professional characteristics, for someone religious values, it doesn't matter. The most important thing now is to use this tool and start doing real things. Right now, just take a piece of paper or notes or whatever and write down 5 to 10 things that could already become elements of your monk mode. So at the beginning of this video, I promise you that this is the smartest way to reach $10,000 a month in 2024. And it really is, because all these other people are thinking, oh, I have tactics, I have tricks. It doesn't matter. They will spin their wheels over and over and over again because they can have a clear plan of action for what they are going to do. They will see it work for 2 minutes and then leave because it's too hard for them. But the fact is that first you have to work on yourself, and this is where you should start right now. So write in the comments if this video was useful for you, put likes, and of course subscribe to my social media where I share even more information. And let's do something worthwhile in the coming year. So guys, see you.